Good morning. Good or regret? Which one are you comfortable living with? Some of us are married, so let's talk about spousal good trip. And I'm just going to share mine with you in case you are in a similar situation. So my husband shared with me not too long ago that I don't spend time with him like all time, like sitting in the couch and watching TV. Yeah, and I told him that it's going to be like that for some years. We have businesses to run and we both are full-time employees. He likes some of our businesses and he doesn't like some others. Like he liked the one related to property tax liens, but he doesn't care much for the consulting, the business related to consulting and handmade products. I mean, he does a few things like purchasing things for the business, which is a thing, and shipping orders, which is something as well, but he doesn't like to be a part of the day-to-day admin work. And I had to remind to myself that it is my idea growing those businesses, not his, so and be okay with it if he doesn't want to be a part of it. So I explained to him that I totally agree. I see his point. That yes, we don't spend time together at the moment, and he doesn't want to share the administrative work with me. That is related to the business. So that's how one way we can spend time together, working together. So everything falls back on me, and that takes a lot of my time. So if I was not working on my business at all, I will seek a part-time job. So I will still be away from the house. And now I work from the house, around the kids and around him, but I'll have computer working. So, and I totally agree with what he said. But it's going to be like that for a while, and I'm just blunt about it because that's the truth. And yeah, we both are over 42 years old, getting close to 43, and we have parents that some are in retirement, some are not, and they don't have a good retirement plan. So that means if they are in need, we might need to step in, and we are not there yet. And we have our children that we might have college, we will have college to pay for, and we have our own retirement that we are now prepared for at this moment, because I reached the workforce very late 6 years ago when I started working full-time. Prior to that, it was either my education or working part-time at fast food at minimum wages without a retirement plan. So I want to create multiple sources of income so that we have income to our business can generate revenue higher than what we are earning from our job, so that we can, it can help us prepare for our retirement and our children tuition and any or our parents needs. So we have all that waiting on us, and we have even day-to-day expenses to face that our job is providing for. But every time there is an economical crisis, we wonder, or every time there is a government shutdown, we wonder if our job, either one of our job, will be affected. So that means having one source of income, being an employee, is very risky if that's all you depend on to put food on your table. So, and that's my goal to create multiple sources of income. And my husband grew up more with find a job and be like with that job, do whatever you can to keep that job. He has that type of mentality. He has been with that same job. he graduated with a, a double major bachelor degree in animal science, but wanted to go to veterinary school, but didn't end up doing that, and had to stop paying his tuition and apply at Walmart and got hired, and has been with Walmart for over 10 years. So he likes working there. I'm totally fine with it. It's better you like what you are what you are doing than not liking it and making a lot of money and be miserable. But time to time his job is affected. Even currently he had to decrease his hours. Choosing between quitting or decreasing his hours, I totally accept both options. I told him he can quit if he wants to. We decrease our expenses, we can make it work. He can just go part-time, work part-time. And he complained for years when our kids were younger that he doesn't sleep much. Well, I said he can go part-time and have more time to sleep. At this point, we pay off our credit card debts, we decrease our expenses, we have a budget we follow which work great for our expenses. I'm okay which way he goes. But that's one example that you need to have your own business, because where you work, things can change. So, but he's more somebody that if he has the money, he'll throw it at the business to make it, pay people to make it work. I'm more of somebody that like to build it from the ground up and know all the aspects of my business. I have business degree, so it just makes sense for me to learn all the area of my business from the ground up. And when I start hiring team, I know what to expect, because if you don't understand accounting concept and you hire an accountant to work in your business, you still have to read those reports that comes to your desk. So it's just good to understand your business while it's still young, so that when you start bringing team in, they are experts in some area and they are doing things to free your time. You can still read those reports and understand it. You know what is going on in your business. You don't want them to fool you, right? So, and I told him that it's going to be like that for a while until our business starts generating revenue enough for us to hire people, because I don't want to create more expense that our income from our job has to pay for. So yeah, so that means I have to do everything by myself, and it takes time to grow the business. But yes, I'm in that at that stage at the moment, and that takes time from my family. And that's just one example that even your own spouse will resent your business if you spend a lot of time in it. But you just have to see at what stage in your life you are and what goal you wanted to reach and what you are willing to sacrifice, because at the end you have to sacrifice something either way. So are you willing to sacrifice your dream, or are you willing to spend time away from your family to focus on your business? Because when it takes off, you have those people around you that will benefit from it, that you wanted to provide for. You cannot help them if you don't have it, but when you have it, you'll be able to provide for them. So it's about explaining things to your spouse like I did. I explained it to him, he understood it. And in the past, every single thing that I had to create, I had to really spend time bringing him in. He doesn't get on it. Like, for us to start investing in the stock market, he was not for it. He was really against it at the beginning. He said that's spending money. And I said, yeah, well, that's called investing. That will, and then he said, yeah, that money won't be in your bank account. And I said, yes, it won't be, but it's there if you didn't lose it. It will generate revenue. He grew up more with a family that collects items that over time will increase in value, and they put money in at home or in cities, things like that don't really increase, don't multiply your money very quickly. But I'm more about the risk taker, the stock market and things like that. And then I went ahead and I created a Roth IRA for him anyway, and I create a brokerage account for him anyway, and I created for the kids as well the brokerage account, and I created for myself Roth and and a brokerage account, and I did it for him and I did it for me, and I did it like Charles Schwab and then Ameritrade. Just to compare those platforms, I have Ameritrade before we even got married, and then I created Charles Schwab for both of us. Yeah, and then I put money there, and a little by little he started, and he became even better at it than me because he likes to speculate and he makes money, and I'm more of an investor. I'll put money there and just leave it, and that'll go down or go up, go down, and he's more about checking it, and when it goes up he sells it and invests in something else, and he makes his money works that way. And he got into it just like property tax lien. When I brought it up, I don't think he jumped into it right away, and I went and created the bank account for that business, that L.L.C. And very early he got into it as well. And that one, it was really real estate, so he can see the property. So but for Liberal Consulting, I originally started to prepare taxes and financial consulting and business consulting. And then this year, our lawyer suggested that I move my sole proprietor into the consulting, the L.L.C, and I just wanted to see how I can improve the business. But he's not really into that one. And I said, you know what, I'm not going to spend my time dragging you into it. I'm just going to continue doing it. You don't like it, that's fine. I'll just continue doing it. When I start generating revenue, then it might be a proof for you that that's something to, I mean, if you like it at that point, you can just jump on board, So he's shareholder of it, so, but he just doesn't want to be too much involved with that, because it's not passive like investing in the stock market or property investing in the property tax lien. Is more LLC the LLC that require more of our time. So, and he doesn't want to work full time for his employer and come home and work again on his own business. But it is my idea. If I don't work on it, if I don't get it off the ground, I don't know if there is a chance for that business to succeed or not. So when you start something, doesn't mean that there is a guarantee that it's going to succeed. But if you don't put the work into it, how are you even going to find out? So yeah, so that's a challenge when you are trying to reach a goal like running your own business. There will be people around you that you care dearly about that won't share your view, or that may not think you are spending more time with them. But you have to choose regret or guilt. Which one are you comfortable with? So that's what I wanted to share with you. At one point, you have to decide if you wanted to be who you are meant to be, developing your talents, your skills, and put them to work at the service of others and generating revenue, or be who other people want you to be to make them happy. Because at the end of the day, we should make ourselves happy. Everybody should be able to be happy in their own skin, not expecting others to make them happy. So yes, regret or guilt, which one are you comfortable with? Either way, it has to be one or the other, depending on your situation. And don't feel guilty, don't feel bad making a choice, because either way you have to choose. It's not right or wrong, it's just what you are comfortable living with. Thank you for watching. I'm Afiavi Ojune Liberman, creators of Liberman Consulting LLC YouTube channel and owners of Nina Soap, our blog, ninasoap.com, and ninassoap.com, our natural products store, and liberlabel.com, our custom apparel store. Thank you all that subscribe to our channel. Thank you all that watch our videos, and thank you all that comment and commented on our videos. Thank you.